From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Afternoon Edition.
Right now on the Afternoon Edition, San Francisco and Oakland both taking on new attempts to fight crime. Good afternoon, I'm Elizabeth Cook.
And I'm Ryan Yamamoto. More on that in a second, but first we want to start with breaking news.
Longtime California Senator Dianne Feinstein makes it official. She will not run for re-election in 2024. Feinstein was first elected to the Senate in 1992. Before that, she was mayor of San Francisco for 10 years in the 70s and 80s. The 89-year-old senator says she will focus her efforts on this Congress, addressing issues like gun violence, wildfires, drought, and homelessness. Now, several members of Congress have already put their names into the running for the seat, including Representatives Adam Schiff and Katie Porter.
Okay, looking live out to our north, and there is rain coming during this Valentine's Day. So, Darren, let's get ready for a little wet weather on the day of love.
We can, right. It's so romantic. We can already see a few of those showers sitting right off the coast, too. So if we go to First Alert Doppler, there's a batch of rain that's coming our way from the north. There's not a lot to this. This is going to be really light stuff. The bigger impact is the fact that it's cold and windy. That's really what you want to prepare for if you're going out for your midday Valentine's Day festivities. But yes, there is some rain here. And when we switch over to the Futurecast, you see a little crop of showers here, which will just kind of drift its way south through the city, down the peninsula, and then there might be a few more follow-up showers that come through after this. But this is, believe it or not, as far as the rain's concerned, this is the main event. There's not a lot to it. The bigger deal, the wind. If you look at the current numbers out there, it's low 50s. That's not all that bad. But when you put a 25-mile-an-hour wind gust on top of that, or a 30-mile-an-hour gust on top of that, now there's a wind chill. Bundle up. It's going to get a lot colder tomorrow morning. I'll show you the freeze warning for some of us in just a bit. For now, guys, back to you.
All right, Darren, thanks so much. Weeks after the shootings in Half Moon Bay left 7 people dead, supervisors in San Mateo County are taking up a measure to help displaced farm workers. The Board of Supervisors could allocate $750,000 to keep housing for displaced farm workers through March of next year. Those funds would come partly from the American Rescue Plan, along with third-party contributions from outside the government.
Now to developing news out of the deadly mass shooting at Michigan State University. Investigators have identified the suspected gunman, but still don't know why this all happened. 3 students are dead, 5 more right now fighting for their lives. Jordan Burroughs has more.
Police say this surveillance photo led to a tip that helped officers find the gunman who went on a deadly rampage through Michigan State University, killing and injuring multiple students.
We mourn the loss of beautiful souls today and pray for those who are continuing to fight for their lives.
Authorities identified the shooter as 43-year-old Anthony McRae. They say he took his own life last night during a confrontation with police miles from the campus. They add he has no known ties to the university, past or present.
I know everybody wants to know what the motive is. We don't have an answer right now, and that's the honest truth.
Police say the gunman opened fire shortly before 8 p.m. Monday inside an academic building and then later a student union. This video shows students fleeing a dining hall as police arrived.
Everyone's freaked out, everyone's terrified, and it's a lot, it's a lot.
Michigan State University has about 50,000 students, including 19,000 who live on campus. All classes and activities are canceled for at least the next couple of days.
And our Spartan hearts are broken. We're grieving. But as a community, we're grieving together.
There have been 67 mass shootings in the U.S. since the beginning of the year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. That's more than 1 per day.
Flags in Michigan will be flown at half staff until further notice. But today marks 5 years since a gunman shot and killed 14 students and 3 staff members at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. This morning, the school district observed a moment of silence in honor of those victims. Students at Silver Lakes Middle School in North Lauderdale painted a mural, and look at your screen. They formed a heart display. That heart surrounding the number 17 to remember those who were killed. San Francisco Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi said of the shootings, Americans continue to pray for the 17 beautiful souls stolen by this senseless shooting, as well as the families and the brave survivors left forever scared. Live look at San Francisco, where today Mayor London Breed announced a plan to give the police an additional $27 million. The mayor says that money will go to pay for officer overtime. This is part of her plan to address staffing issues. The proposal will now go to the Budget Committee and then the full Board of Supervisors for approval.
Looking live now to the city of Oakland, where Mayor Sheng Tao announced urgent efforts to clean up crime issues in that city. The aim of these new measures, protect the city's business communities and neighborhood districts. Police say serious crimes, including homicides and burglaries, are down from this time last year. But the mayor says it's important to partner with businesses for better protection.
So this is not a new problem, we know that, but it is a challenge. And I know that we can rise to meet this challenge if we all come together.
Oakland police say they will bring back walking officer patrols to the city's business and shopping districts. The mayor also announced that the new vehicle enforcement unit will help remove blighted vehicles from city streets. Bishop Bob Jackson spent decades working to stop gun violence and bridge the gap between law enforcement and the black community. And he's getting some recognition from the president. As Dahlin reports, instead of complaining about Oakland's problems, he's trying to be the solution.
The passion, the energy, the emotions. This is how Bishop Bob Jackson brings down the house.
I surrender.
But Bishop Bob was an unlikely preacher.
I didn't grow up in the church. I grew up in the street. You know, I grew up being a thug and a criminal, and they used to call me Dirty Red.
A drug user, an alcoholic, even spent time in a military jail. Bishop Bob in his 20s, he keeps the picture in his office to remind himself to stay grounded.
This guy was part of the problem in this city. And now God has blessed me to be a part of the solution.
He credits his faith for his transformation. He became a Christian at 31. 7 years later, in 1984, he and his wife opened a small church with 13 members.
This is the first church right here, 5927 Foothill Boulevard. There I am standing there, just received the keys.
Today, Acts Full Gospel is the biggest church in Oakland with close to 4,000 members. His story could have ended there, but he says God had bigger plans for him. About 15 years ago, he noticed a troubling trend.
Members of our church began to leave like the city was on fire. It's almost impossible for them to live here, and many of them have moved out of Oakland. There's been a tremendous black flight.
The housing crisis turned the preacher into a builder.
No thought in my mind that I would ever be doing anything like I'm doing.
In 2016, Acts partnered with the city and developers to break ground on their first affordable housing complex at 9400 International Boulevard. Families moved into the 59-unit complex the next year.
It's a family unit, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms.
Across the street from the first building, they're about to finish their second low-income housing complex with 55 units.
5,500 people applied for this. 6,500 applied for this, okay? And so that shows you the need for affordable housing.
The bishop has long expanded Acts' impact beyond its four walls. About 30 years ago, he started the Men of Valor Academy at their old church site. The intervention program aims to reduce gun violence and recidivism.
Since I've been coming to Men of Valor, I haven't been brought back to jail, thank God, but I still have some development skills I needed, like working, how to work, you know what I mean, and how to keep a job and how to talk to people.
You all right? Yes, sir.
Today, the program has 68 formerly incarcerated men. They live in dorms, attend life skill classes, and learn different trades through on-site job training.
They feed me 3 times a day. I have somewhere to shower. They have excellent employees here that helps with job resources and help with job placements.
Bishop Bob also helped launch Oakland's OK program, which mentors a couple of hundred black youth. Oakland police officers serve as program coordinators and work with students to improve their grades and break down fears of law enforcement.
Walk them through their education, keeping them in school, getting them the clothes, the shoes, whatever they needed to stay in school.
A few months ago, President Joe Biden recognized Bishop Bob with one of the highest civilian honors, the President's Lifetime Achievement Award.
The largest thing that ever happened to me in my life. I'm still pinching myself.
At 77 years old, he's planning his next big project.
You'll be able to get everything you need to get your feet back on the ground.
He intends to turn this large property at the corner of International Boulevard and 73rd Ave into a one-stop homeless shelter. From transitional housing to substance abuse treatment to job training.
God's not telling me to slow down. There's still work to do. When do we want it? We want it now, now, now.
A lifetime of preaching and service with a focus on the Black community.
Come on, somebody, give God praise. Give him the glory. He will.